Game show.
Early season's greetings, NBA, for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the Sacramento Kings. Well, it was Sacramento winning their last game against the Lakers. That gives them 4 straight wins. They'll be going for 5 tonight, playing at a high level for sure. And Chris Paul will be in action tonight, and no doubt he is one of the best in the game. There are a lot of great point guards in the league, but Shaq, is he still the most complete point guard, would you say?
I would say yes. He makes his teammates immensely better with his on-point passing. Ernie, he still showed us the last playoffs that he can still hit that clutch shot.
Yeah, I still say he's one of the best on-ball defenders and basketball hawks at his position. Great all-around guard, great all-around player, and probably I would say one of the best leaders other than LeBron James in the game.
Let's go courtside. What do you say? Kevin Harlan has got the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
The Kings play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you live here from Sacramento, California. Well, it was the Sacramento Kings winning their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Tyler Zeller out there with Griffin. And it's Curry in at the 3 slot. Here's Speedy. The drive-by game. Pass to Speedy. On deep. Can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
Here's Frazier. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Frazier's got the first points up on the board for the Kings. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Paul kicks to Griffin. Paul outside. Out left to the wing. Here's Curry. That's short off the rim.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. And that sends Rudy Gay to the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Redick dishes to Paul. And we're about 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. Redick passes to Griffin. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guy, come on with a little bit of showboating every now and then. And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Now here's Paul. He picked up 30 points in their last win against New Orleans.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends. The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Now here's Zeller, following the miss by Freak. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Paul kicks to Zeller. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Zeller's got his first points of the night. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Speedy. Off target from three-point range.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. A steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Zeller setting the pick for Redick. Shoots off the screen. The shot no good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Gay passes to Speedy. Nailed from three-point land. Speedy's got 8 points.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And now Sacramento on the break. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Shaped and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
Got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him. Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now here's Zeller. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot. Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Now Redick, following the three-point attempt by Freak, shoots a fader. Another one falls for the Clippers.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
Some stats on Blake Griffin. Great showing last season. 4th in field goal percentage and amongst the league's top-tier scorers. Top 20 in points per game.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league. Moves without the ball and avoids taking bad shots.
And the Clippers making a change here. Gortat's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Jared Sullinger comes in for Blake Griffin. Young's checked in for Curry. And McLemore subbed in for J.J. Redick. Paul with the bucket. Sacramento leading by 4. Here's Speedy. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. Clock at 6. Sullinger outside from past the arc. Can't get it to go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. We got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's stolen by Sullinger. Young outside. Collison against Paul. There's a screen by Gortat. Paul kicks to McLemore. Off target with his 3. No good. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guy, then it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. The Clippers also changing it up. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Gortat. Griffin comes in for Jared Sullinger. And Curry subbed in for Young. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Griffin is out there with Curry. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Zeller. And it's McLemore in at the 2.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers just played phenomenal. He had 46 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that one.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
In the corner, it's McLemore. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. The Kings leading. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out to the wing. Griffin inside. He's covered by Gay. Griffin's shot is good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Speedy. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Speedy's got 16 points.
Now he's starting to pick up from what he accomplished in the first quarter, where he made 3 of his three-point attempts.
McLemore, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Now that's some hang time. Levitation, elevation. What a pretty double clutch move there.
Well, you can afford to get crazy on your way up. You've got to have that kind of space.
And space, Kevin, is what he had. The defense just a little bit Charmin tissue paper-like. I should say soft.
Griffin a screen on Jackson. That's a 2 from Paul. Again, Los Angeles.
Griffin created the space for that shot.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Pass to Speedy. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard. And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
It's stolen. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Fires for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's a close.
Slow motion.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah,
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. Here's Paul. Speedy in at point guard. Frazier is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Law in at the 2 spot. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Here's Speedy, defended by Paul, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Kings have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Long. He kicks it to Gay. Sacramento moving it around. 5 to shoot. No good from Speedy. Clippers trail by 3. Pass to Zeller. Back to Paul. It's Redick on the wing. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Redick's got the game tied up here for the Clippers. Gay passes to Speedy. Back to Gay. Here's Speedy, guarded by Curry. That's good. 24 points for Freak.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And Zeller kicks to Paul. Curry dishes to Paul. Poke loose. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. The Clippers in second.
This was one of the better scoring teams last year. They had a lot of different offensive weapons to choose from, and they knew exactly how to use them most effectively.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Shot clock at 2. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And here are the numbers for Chris Paul. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 19 points a game, 9 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Sullinger's checked in. Paul goes in, kicks to Griffin. And he can't bank that one in. Kings leading now by 5. And the pass to Speedy. Takes the 13-footer, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally...
Oh, nasty. Oh,
that one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And Los Angeles, and then for Los Angeles, Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jared Sullinger, and it's Ben McLemore in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Paul. Defense right on him. There's a screen by Gortat, and it's Paul penetrating. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, Paul is playing really well. He has 12 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by McLemore. The feed to Young. Paul, no one around him. Paul can't get that one to fall. Ahead. Here's Speedy, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Good work defensively by Paul.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but to be just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
And the final period of play just about to start. Kings leading now by 7. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Curry is out there with Griffin. And it's Zeller in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Now here's Paul. Picked by Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Redick with the 3. Rebounded by Speedy. Speedy's got his 5th rebound in this one. Kicks it out to Gay. Here's Speedy. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. Speedy's got 40 points.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Paul goes in, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Kings.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Speedy. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Here's Sullinger. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And he sinks that one. Hitting the back.
All right, sorry guys. I gotta go. Bye.